HooHooHooRobin.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
A brand new week
my God.
for all of us.
You
Brand new.
You had to remind me.
Starting right up.
You had to remind me.
Yeah.
It's Monday, right?
Monday.
What excuse can we come up with this week to work 4 days?
More snow.
More snow tomorrow.
Snow day. I don't know.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up for snow.
What time is that supposed to start?
Tomorrow morning, I think. Now they're saying tonight. They moved it to tonight. All right. And then it's going to snow until like Wednesday or something like that.
Should I stay in?
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that.
You might as well.
The bad thing about me staying in, although it is Monday, and believe it or not, I do kind of have a gauge. The bad thing about staying in, though, is I stay in and think, okay, now I don't have to drive in, so I get to stay up and out later. So I wind up staying up. And it's the city, so, you know, there's plenty to do. And then I wind up fucking... It would have been better if I had to drive in on Tuesday morning. But I might stay in. We'll see.
You might have to stay in tomorrow night. I think that's when it gets really bad, yeah.
Is that it? It's the morning commute that's the bitch. Afternoon, not so bad, even if it is snowing. Like, there's not that many people. But mornings are just... I got in a fucking yelling match this morning. I was pulling up 47th right before Park Avenue, and that's a light you got to make. If you don't make that light, you tack another 5 minutes onto your ride in. Doesn't sound like much, but we work by the minute here. And there's a cab, and he ain't moving. And there's a truck in front of him, and there's a fuckload of space between the cab and the truck. And the truck's got his hazard lights on.
And the cab can't figure it out. He can't squeeze through.
Well, I fucking zip around the cab like,
of course.
Fuck you.
I'll squeeze through.
I've been driving in the city long enough to know cabs stink when it comes to driving, and they're paying attention. Their paperwork, their dome lights on, they're fucking stopped at green lights. So I go around them, and now I'm waiting for the truck to do something. I'm waiting for the light to turn or something. Now the guy in the truck gets out, and he comes over to my vehicle. He goes, "You don't think the cab was smart enough to know what was going on?" I was just like, "What?" He goes, "I am parking. This tractor trailer is now going to parallel park on 47th.
Holy shit.
So he must have let the cab know before I got there that he was going to do that, so the cab was way backed off. I see a cab backed off of something, I don't think that the cab is being courteous to anybody. I think he's fucking up.
But the tractor trailer, it's going to take him 30 seconds to parallel park.
Oh, yeah, it's just a tractor trailer in the snow.
Why,
so
why wouldn't the tractor trailer do the right thing and let you pass?
Just let me go.
Where are you going? I got somewhere to go.
And there's no one else. It's me and the cab and the tractor trailer. So, yeah, let me by.
Common courtesy, let the guy by.
But when he asked me, he goes, you don't think the cab knew what was going on when he was behind me and backed off? I go, no. I didn't think the cab knew what was going on. And I go, if you drive in the city enough, you know the cabs don't know shit. I'm supposed to base what I do on what cabs are doing? Fuck that. And then he walked back to his truck, and right when he shut the door, I blurted out the appropriate racial epithet for him and had to sit there and wait for him to parallel park.
You had to wait.
That's why I got in fucking,
that
5 to 8 minutes late.
That fucking
Important
sucks.
8 minutes.
Why couldn't he? You couldn't get by him.
No, I couldn't get by him.
You try though. What about the sidewalk? The snow.
I mentioned
snow in the garbage.
There was enough sidewalk and just low enough snow for me to get on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But the truck was blocking my view as to if I could have gotten off the sidewalk.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't make that move. But because I went, if there was an opening in front of him on the sidewalk, I wouldn't have had a conversation with the guy.
And the garbage piles don't help.
Yeah, the garbage is piling up now.
Let me tell you how fucked up this city is. First of all, we have, 36 inches more snow than we usually have for an entire winter.
Yeah.
Already. And it's not even February. And New York gets snow into March. Sometimes early April, you get that one last blast, right?
Yep.
So what happens, every time it snows, they blow off garbage pickup. I didn't know this. Because it's the same guys.
Can't pick it up.
We pay our taxes out the fucking ass, and they're on a shoestring budget. It's like, okay, if it snows, blow off the garbage. Okay, it's not snowing, pick up the garbage. Oh, it's snowing again, blow off the garbage. There is so much garbage out there right now. Have you seen the piles?
Oh, yeah.
And if this snowstorm hits tonight before they can pick up this garbage, it's going to get insane later on this week.
Yeah. They can't do anything with it.
That's bullshit. We pay our shit.
Yeah.
Why can't they figure out where the money goes and make sure the garbage is off the street? Sam said on the way into work today he saw rats actually climbing over piles of snow.
That's adorable.
And the weird thing is, like I think you said a couple weeks ago, I said, with the garbage, you're going to see rats, and you're like, it's too cold. It's too tempting for the rats. There is so much fucking garbage out there. If you're a rat, you're like, you know what? I know it's cold, but I'm going to go take a peek.
It's like a buffet. It's a little chilly out, but it's like, this is the best buffet
right. It's
ever.
like, fuck it, let's go for it. So Sam saw 2 rats today just climbing over piles.
Oh, we're looking at fucking 1 inch.
Maybe they adjusted it. I don't know. Like my old neck of the woods, Buffalo and Rochester is going to get 2 feet of snow.
Oh, no. Yeah. Places just even north and west of us are going to get blasted.
They were saying another 5 to 8 for us.
I just saw a dusting to 1 inch.
Really? Then maybe
shit.
they adjusted it. So maybe they could pick up our fucking garbage.
They love talking like it's going to be big right up until 0 hour.
You know what they were doing? I don't think they wanted to panic anybody on the news because they weren't calling it a storm this morning. They were calling it a snow event.
Event, right. They would call it a storm
really?
if it was going to be a storm. They would call it a fucking storm.
Oh, really?
So it's a snow event.
If you want to talk about an event, let's talk about Egypt, you assholes.
Now that's an event.
I actually was watching the coverage yesterday, and they said from just complete chaos, the country is like completely not falling apart. It's changing.
Pandemonium.
We'll see what it changes into. It's not falling apart, that's for sure. But it's chaos.
I'm voting for Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I want Muslim Brotherhood in there.
Where do we get our Muslim Brotherhood T-shirts?
Muslim Brotherhood.
I want to be the first one in New York that has a Muslim Brotherhood
That
T-shirt.
sounds badass.
I want Team Muslim Brotherhood.
How do I make a gang sign? MB.
Fuck, that's
yeah, yo.
But I tweeted this too. I was watching MSNBC's coverage, and there's a bubble-headed bleach blonde that obviously had very curly hair, like Farrah Fawcett hair. So she was using a curling iron before she went to work to talk about what's going on in Egypt.
She's all gussied up?
She's all gussied up, and I'm like, I can't watch some woman that's all gussied up talking about what's happening in Egypt. So
nah, you need a man.
Then I moved over to CNN. You need a man.
You need a man.
You need a man that's not quaffing too much.
I was watching Fox News' coverage. Because they blame it all on Obama.
Of course.
And I could sit there and go, yes!
How did they turn it into Obama's problem?
It was very hard to do. But it went through somewhere in Indonesia.
But they were able to do it?
There was something about a second cousin that knew a friend in the Sudan.
They made the connection?
They made the connection somehow. Glenn Beck used his chalkboard and made that connection.
Glenn Beck. That's one guy. Fuck him.
He's a fucking mental patient.
He sure is. Anyway, so they go from the Egypt thing to this storm that's going to hit the Northeast. And it said it's going to be testing our nerves, another snowstorm in the Northeast.
Oh, really?
And I'm thinking, how could you seg from Egypt to another snowstorm in the Northeast, testing our nerves?
Our nerve. I think we could take a little snowfall. How about Molotov cocktails raining down on you?
I'd rather take
a little different.
I'd rather take snowflakes than rocks being thrown at my head.
Rocks.
Fucking assholes.
They love their rocks over there.
Fuck,
They love throwing their rocks at armored vehicles.
How do we get in on that fucking IPO?
It's crazy.
The rock IPO.
They just fucking pick up rocks and throw it at people that are shooting real guns at them.
And with what, the rubber? They went rubber bullets for
They
now?
went rubber bullets.
And some asshole on MSNBC goes, can you die from a rubber bullet? Of course you can. It's not easy.
It's called less lethal, not non-lethal.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Yeah, they call it less lethal.
But why would they ask that question? Of course.
Yeah.
A real gun will get the job done faster.
Some chick died from a beanbag gun in Boston after
that's right.
the World
I forgot
Series
about that.
one year. Remember that? Yeah, she got shot in the side of the head with a fucking beanbag fired out of a shotgun and dead.
This Egypt thing is the best TV series going, though.
It is a good one. I love watching
I love when the news just blows off all the dumb shit and goes up with one thing.
One story.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
Continuous coverage, day and night, fires.
I get mad because when you wake up on the weekend, they're in the middle of the night. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I want to see primetime Egypt.
You got to time it when they're really out there because it's the other part of the world.
When's primetime Egypt? I think it's right now, right?
I think
they're 7 hours ahead of us.
7 hours?
Because I figured it out finally, so I could do my coverage. So it's like 1:30 in the afternoon right now.
Yeah, they're.
Could we go to like a CNN or something?
They've been going. Yeah, we got to go to. We got local.
Yeah,
Channel
fuck the
5.
local assholes.
Local people don't know shit. Well, Fox News is on the bottom. They got space shuttle preps.
No, we got to go. We got to go CNN. CNN is safe.
CNN's gonna do it.
We got some Fox fans in studio, MSNBC fans in studio. We got to go CNN. Actually, I'm not an MSNBC fan.
They're all terrible.
And then
I only watch it at night when they have those cool shows like Lock Up.
Well,
and
that was the
fucking
problem.
all that good shit.
I had a mellow weekend. I'm like, I want to watch the coverage, so I go back to MSNBC. They're doing the lockup show.
Yeah, I love that
CNN's doing. I forgot what they weren't even. They didn't have
weren't
coverage
covering it?
either. They had their Saturday night programming or something.
They had to have all their peeps maybe take a little nap ski.
You think?
Before
Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf Blitzer.
Wolf Blitzer's getting a lot of props for his coverage.
Was he in the Situation Room or just like?
Oh boy, was he in the Situation
Yeah.
room. We got a situation.
Him, Fox has Geraldo going to town on the whole thing.
Why isn't he in Egypt? Is he getting lazy?
Dude, they shut Al Jazeera down in Egypt. Fox News is not going to do well.
Yeah, Al Jazeera got shut down. The internet, phone service.
Well, the interesting thing about the internet, they shut down the internet. Everyone knows that by now. But did you see the graph where stuff was still trickling in?
Yeah.
And that was the stuff that we're all watching.
Yep.
So some bright motherfuckers figured out how to get stuff out anyway. And they said it was what, like old school dial-up modems and stuff they were using?
It was
right.
it was pretty interesting because you saw like the web traffic was huge. And then there was a massive drop-off to barely anything. And I actually thought it was Foundry Music after Steve left here. But you know, folks, let me tell you.
But then there was just a little, little blips on the old internet
a couple
graph.
of people somehow, working it, getting it through.
Fuck.
I've seen some YouTube videos that people were taking with their phones, and they were able to get that out. Satellite phones.
How great is it
out.
that a revolution is now just broadcast?
Yeah. The
'Cause
revolution will be televised.
That's what they've
It's
been
true.
saying for years, right?
You could kind of see it now.
Because the old days, you had to have a brave camera crew to go, all right, I'll hang around and see what I could fucking film.
Now it's the people.
Now it's people running around with their cell phones,
All
getting
right.
what they can.
So far, favorite shot of the revolution, the big truck backing up right into the guy's face and him falling down on his head. It looked like something out of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did that guy take a hit?
He sure did.
And the other guy falling off the armored personnel carrier.
Right.
Was good. He's just there on the floor.
What about parading the dead guy around?
Yeah, that's another good
like
one.
He's a float in a parade or
Yeah.
something.
He's like the martyr. You got to hey, this is what it's
Jesus.
for, dead guy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of tweets going on. Andy Levy.
Andy Levy
always
is the
brilliant.
man when it comes to news. Andy Levy on Twitter, you really should follow him.
He's fucking brilliant. He's from Red Eye on Fox, and yeah, you should follow him. He's very.
What was one
funny.
of his good tweets?
There was so many of them.
A lot of them?
They're just like they're kind of snarky and concise.
Well, that's what it has to be.
He knows everything that's going on. He knows all the players. He sees through the bullshit before the news even gets to it.
Right.
Really, just smart fucking guy, man.
So
really entertaining.
Why is he staying? This guy, we'll call him this guy.
Hosni Mubarak.
Yeah, Mubarak has to go.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
What a dumb move. He goes, all right, I'm going to just recreate the government in front of your eyes, but I'm staying.
I've heard you.
My people, I have heard you. You are upset with me. I understand. I will solve the problem. I am firing everyone that works for me.
Right.
That working for you? And then I will personally hire new people.
Right.
No?
Right.
You're not going home yet?
Right. That's so stupid.
That is the dumbest idea ever. It sounds like something management would do here.
Right. And he just kind of threw it out there. He threw it out there thinking it was going to fly. I'm going to blue sky this one.
This is great. They're going to love me. I'm going to be able to walk the streets. I'm going to be fucking riding the mosh pit.
It made it so much worse.
It really did.
Mubarak.
No one was buying into that load of horse shit. He wants, he's been ruling for 30 years.
There's no
Ever since
elections or
Anwar
anything there, right?
Sadat.
Not really.
No,
well, they've had a couple elections over his run, but very suspicious.
Yeah, it's
very corrupt.
It's constantly this way in those countries.
And one of his fellow candidates, bitched and complained, and they threw him in jail for 5 years of hard
They put him
labor.
in jail.
So it's
if you
they sort of have elections.
If you've ever heard about how I used to play that game Tropico.
Right.
Where you're the leader of a kind of banana republic nation, and how I used to play any dissent, anybody that was upset with me, I threw in jail.
Right.
And before you knew it, There was a revolution.
Of course.
It was fantastic. And I tried to quell the revolution by killing or putting more people in jail, and it never worked.
Why don't we break out Tropico and see how this works out for
See
Egypt?
how it pans out.
It's not a bad idea.
You
but
can do things
but
like
going
that.
back to Mubarak and how he fires everyone and keeps himself in place, I was telling you before the show, a lot of people not fans of Obama in this country. And imagine it comes down to where Obama goes, all right, and changes the government around him.
I'll fire everybody.
But Obama stays as the president?
Yeah, I don't
How
think-
would that work out for the people that don't like Obama?
Still not happy.
You got to get rid of the figurehead.
Still not happy. Well, this guy's hoping to hold the office as long as he can, and then having his boys
And his boys are
get
out
in there.
already.
His boys skip town.
His boys are in London, I
Yeah,
think,
they
right?
skip town. But that's what he's hoping for. You never give up. It's almost like a royalty. It's
Well, they said it was like a mob family.
like the mob, or a combination of mob and
a lot
royalty.
of these countries in the Middle East, they call them like mob families because
Yeah.
when the one guy's done, then he wants to keep it in the family.
Yep. So the son will take over and pretty much continue doing what the family's been doing
That's
for
not
years.
that's not going to work in this situation.
No.
Anybody connected with Mubarak has got to go. And my favorite part, you said your favorite part, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. The guy's just ripping the heads off the mummies. That's got to be my highlight so far.
Yeah, apparently some
That's some
people got
anger.
rambunctious.
That's some anger because you don't fuck with mummies. You never know what the fuck is coming back to get you.
Went into some museums in Egypt and Cairo and tore the heads off of a few mummies. And these things, they have been there for 2,000 years, undisturbed, except
Even
for
longer,
some
right?
study and things like about 2,000 years.
2,000?
Probably, yeah, could be some of them longer, sure. And then, now, 2011, some fucking guy is upset and
Right.
rips your head off.
Right.
You're like, oh, God,
You know,
he's ripping my head off. I'm a mummy.
Being a piggish American, that's what made me sad.
They're like, oh, the mummies.
They're like, oh no, they're going into the museums. That's what got my heartstrings. I'm like, don't do the museums, please.
And Egypt's museums have some real cool old shit.
They blow the museums away in America.
Everything there is. They have shit just laying around on the ground that should be in museums.
Yeah, they don't even know what to do with it. They have
It's
so
just
much
there.
good shit. I'm like, oh no, not the museums. Leave the museums alone.
That shit, people stood around the museums and locked arms so that no one else could get in and steal shit.
Yeah, they said a lot of people started when the police left because the police were there at first.
Well, they bailed.
And they decided, fuck this, they're leaving.
Well, the police are kind of with the people, right?
Yeah.
And the army is like kind of with the people,
Yeah,
but
the
they're
army's not going crazy.
But they're not officially with the people.
They're trying to keep order
because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, very difficult. Trying to keep order, but they
which makes me think the army and Mubarak are talking, meaning the army's like, dude, you got to get the fuck out of here. We're going to give you a chance to get the fuck out of here, or we're taking you out. That's my thought.
There's no the trouble they have over there also is there's no real guy to step in. There's a few of these guys that have come forward, but this whole thing started over social networking for the most part.
Right.
So it was a collective of unhappy people saying, this motherfucker's been in here this long. I'm impoverished. They're rich. There's this going on. I don't like this. I don't agree with this.
Right.
Let's meet and have a demonstration against this. But it wasn't like a revolutionary, like fucking Castro was a leader. There isn't a singular voice. It's the voice of Twitter, of Facebook, and of all this shit.
The key to social network is you get real info. Not the info the government throws.
You're getting
at you.
info from the people, but there's no singular replacement for Mubarak now.
Right.
So it's all these people that are dissatisfied with Mubarak and no one to fill the void.
I think they should get Ashton Kutcher because he's one of the big Twitter guys.
Is he?
Yeah.
So you're thinking a Twitter personality?
Yeah, it's got to be one of the top 10 Twitter guys has to go in there and be the leader of Egypt now.
My favorite
Maybe
Twitter
Lady Gaga.
I'm
She fits
thinking,
in with all those mummies and shit.
I'm thinking better more than quality. So I'm thinking like
Andy Levy?
Louis C.K.
Or Louis C.K.
Andy Levy.
Andy Levy, you're going to be...
Andy Levy. I'm sure they love
Andy Levy's
Andy
going to be the
Levy.
president of Egypt.
I don't think Levy's a good last name for an Egyptian president.
Andy Levy always looks like he's just gotten over almost dying of an illness. He always looks for almost like he was just very sick.
He should be on a Sarah McLachlan commercial with those sad puppy eyes.
with runny eyes and in slow motion sniffing at a cage door.
Fucking...
There's a guy, though, who might take over. This guy is an opposition leader, Mohammed
he's
the front runner. He's the guy that's pretty much
right
come
there.
forward.
He was kind of hanging out with the protesters yesterday. He's trying.
But again, he's not the guy that orchestrated this and started it.
Who started
so
it?
He, like I said, social networking, disenfranchised people.
But didn't it start with Tunisia? They watched Tunisia?
They started seeing like Tunisia.
And why didn't
Algeria.
Tunisia get the fucking coverage that Egypt's getting?
Because Tunisia's Tunisia and Egypt's Egypt.
Got it.
Egypt is big. We don't get a lot of oil from Egypt, believe it or not, but that fucking canal, that Suez Canal, very important.
Right.
Anything goes a little funky with that, and the gas prices go crazy. And then we usually have to get involved in some way, militarily, with a blockade or something.
Right. Just to keep that canal
open.
Clear, yeah.
Yeah. If that ever fell into radical Islam's hands.
This is a good enough excuse to get the gas up to $5 a gallon, right?
Nothing's been blocked. Nothing's happened yet. Yet you see those savages at the gas stations with their big stick with the hook on the end, getting the 5 out for the fucking first number, pricks.
And you ask them, they go, Egypt.
Egypt,
no, nothing's happening yet.
Oil price very high.
No, nothing's happening.
Nothing
the
happened
canal's
yet.
still clear, asshole.
So when it clears up, the next day you're going to lower the prices. Well, it takes a while to trickle down to us here.
Right, Egypt.
Oh, but the price going up is instant.
Fucking
but
assholes.
going down, it takes a while to trickle down.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So the Muslim Brotherhood, huh?
Muslim Brotherhood started getting involved, yo.
Well, that's the scary part about this thing. If you get, you could get a nice radical group controlling Egypt now.
Yeah,
and that means Israel's kind of fucked.
Oh, Israel is looking, going.
Are they a little
looking at
nervous?
the map, going like, oh boy.
How do we know all this shit?
Oh boy.
God, one weekend watching CNN, and I feel like I could fucking be a poli-sci major.
Yeah, just slow down. you just see what the fuck the savages are doing over there. It's amazing. Yeah, Israel is looking very, very closely at the situation.
Wow.
I guess the Muslim
here's
Brotherhood.
David. I was going to ask for David in Israel.
Oh, Muslim Brotherhood is like 15% of the crowd, so it's not a big showing, but it's like the biggest singular united showing of one thing.
Right.
And they have a plan. Obviously, they would love a fundamentalist Islamic government in there, like Iran had during the revolution.
That's not going to happen, right?
Anything could happen.
I know anything
can happen over there, and we don't have the power to prop up fucking a government in Egypt to thwart a Muslim government getting in there. And we just don't.
And we give Egypt $1.5 billion a year, huh?
Yeah,
For what? Why do we give them
for
anything?
being our pals?
Because they're our pals.
Yeah, for being our pals.
They get $1.5 billion. So a lot of people going, "What the fuck, Obama? Stop the fucking
cut
aid.
that off.
Cut that off immediately.
Stop giving them money just to not be fucked up."
Yeah.
David in Israel, you want to gas? Did you look at the screen? Don't look.
Yeah.
We bitch about gas prices here, right?
Uh-huh.
What is it a gallon right now?
$3, something like that.
Three something, 320, 330. Pushing 350.
Yeah.
All right, and we're bitching because it might push to $4 for a little while, right?
Oh yeah.
Here's David in Israel. David, how much you pay for a gallon of gas in Israel?
Between $7.25 and $7.50 a gallon.
What is that? Israeli shekels?
No, that's actually about 7 or 8 shekels per liter, and the dollar took a big shit. It's worthless these days, so it's about between $7. If you do the money conversion, it's between $7.25 and $7.50 a gallon.
You're right there.
I know.
Why? You're fucking 30 feet from the oil.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can actually take a bucket and get your own gas.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn
You
close.
can drive just back your car up to the well.
Right.
Say, fill it up if you're not going to decapitate me.
How the fuck they figure that shit out?
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, we pay a lot because it goes a long way to get to us.
Tanker fucking ship. It's got to come over
down
here.
a canal.
It's crazy.
And yeah.
You got a garden hose.
European prices. I know in Europe it's also very expensive. Well, it goes on European markets. That's all I know.
Yeah, but for us Americans, they try to keep that gas nice and cheap.
Yeah.
We pay cheap prices.
And we got a giant
relatively
country.
Speaking, as far as the rest of the world goes, right?
We have a giant country. It's very expensive to drive anywhere, of distance. Israel's kind of tiny. How much gas are you really using?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I drive like an asshole, so I burn about a quarter of a tank of gas.
You don't drive like an asshole. You're just weaving around fucking
roadside bombs and
trouble
buses.
spots.
I would pass buses at 90 miles an hour.
I wouldn't obey one traffic law if I was in Israel. Fuck that.
What's the
how paranoid do you get when you get to a red light and there's a bus right next to you?
Oh God.
Not at all. Like I said before in the past, there hasn't been a bombing in a couple of years.
Just go
jinx it. Go ahead.
Yeah, could you go with our dumb bit?
Yeah, Hamas has been pretty quiet.
We're convinced that you guys are on high alert every single minute of the day.
Oh, see, it's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'm going to punch out now.
No. Hold on. I want to know what the mood is there as far as paying attention to what's going on in Egypt. Are other Israelis talking amongst each other? And what's the general consensus of what's going to happen there?
And now I know Opie's going to go ahead and just hang up on me once it's
No,
done.
actually,
No,
this is
I
actually
swear,
you're the only Israeli
you're the
caller
only
we
guy
have.
from
Oh my
Israel.
God! If we had another guy that calls us regularly from Israel, then maybe we would do that.
Yeah, I actually want to know.
Yeah. What's the question, Ed?
I just want to know what the feeling is because the news isn't reporting on anything that Israel is saying because they're pretty much keeping a lid on things. But the people have to be talking. What are what are your buddies saying and shit?
Everybody.
Oh no! Oh no! That is so fucking bad. Shalom. He's right now just, you motherfucker.
I know. He's going to have to get some kugel.
Some kugel to calm down.
By the way, kugel is a Jewish, I think, a dessert treat.
Yeah.
Is that the
It's-
flaky one with the like
hard noodles or
kind of like honey syrupy thing?
It's terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I tried to enjoy kugel. Ava from the Comedy Cellar gave it to me, and I
Yeah.
love Ava. It's terrible.
It's awful. Jewish food is not generally good.
Well,
They're not known for their good food.
Honestly,
because-
there's a Jewish restaurant in the hood that's in the hood, and the neighborhood not bad, not
well,
bad.
maybe a restaurant
You gotta know
that
what to
kinda
order.
knows it, but Jewish food is all based around suffering and not enjoying anything. Thus, you'd feel guilty. So it's like just as bland or has bitter things in it, or it just sucks.
Israel Jewish food not the worst dessert though.
Yeah, what is?
Well, obviously it would have to go like Asian. Asian
Asian
restaurants have the worst desserts.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Deep frying their stupid ice cream and all that crap.
Fortune cookie.
And then I would go Greek. Greek has very weird, bad desserts
Greek
too.
diners have like those cases of fucking cakes and shit. You ever
Yeah,
been
but I
there?
don't know if those
It's
are like-
amazing.
are those Greeks shit?
Nah, that's just
They're
diner.
not like,
That's
it's
just
not
diner
Greek
stuff,
food, but
right?
Greeks own all the diners. What, you don't like a fucking souvlaki? You don't like a
Well,
good
souvlaki is not a dessert.
How about baklava?
Baklava is
How about
a
some
dessert.
baklava?
No, baklava sucks. So you think this internet thing makes the United States a little nervous? You think the stupid FCC will get their grimy hands involved and get bills out there to shut down the internet and do other things?
There's
But they can't. They'll do it in such a way that it's because of terrorism or something. But you got to think the world is scared of the people at this point, and the control they got with this social networking. What do you think? What happens in the United States?
I would like to
Some
see
laws are passed.
if it's possible to completely shut down the internet from coast to coast in the United States. I really would like to know if that is possible.
Too many phone
I know
companies involved,
I know
right?
it's possible, but I want to know if it's feasible. Now, I guess Vodafone is the big company in Egypt, and when they were told to shut the shit off,
they shut the shit off.
And that pretty much shut down the internet. But we have so many different carriers and everything. And would they all comply? Would the law be able to make them comply? I have no fucking clue. It just seems to me like it would be a lot tougher to do in a free and open society.
And to see that little trickle after they shut down the internet, I loved that. I loved that.
It's like, what was that?
I love that people were able to get info out, even though the government said, "Fuck you, we're shutting this shit down."
You know what? You'd love to think it's some guy going, "Yeah, let me get these pictures out," and so
Right.
people get. It was probably some fat Egyptian sitting there jerking off to porno.
Right.
Like, oh, finally,
Yeah.
I'm able to get some fucking nudity on my computer.
Yeah. All of a sudden, his dial-up is really fast because no one else is on the network.
You're thinking, look, the revolutionaries still have the internet, man. They're spreading the word. There's some jacking Arab fucking like,
old school
doggy porn.
old school fucking dial-up guys jerking off, and you're one of the revolutionary guys. Like, will you get the fuck off the computer? I got to send this video
I
out.
cannot get through.
Right.
He's on a message board or leaving YouTube comments. It's not even real information.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
that's some. That's what they call a situation going on over there.
Fucking love it though, man. I'm watching all day long.
I like world events, huge world events, revolutions like that. When
as long as they don't start hinting that they got some nukes.
as long as it doesn't affect me personally and my lifestyle that I enjoy, then I'm fine with it.
Well, the fucking gas prices.
You know what? Like I said, I've been blessed with a lifestyle that I can enjoy certain pleasures in life.
You don't give a shit what gas costs.
And, I put the nozzle in the Escalade. I squeeze the handle. I pay the man. That's how I roll.
So when does Mubarak step down, you think?
I say...
He's got to step down at this point, right?
If the protests keep up and these people don't get lazy...
the only reason... I was thinking, how do they stop the protests? I mean, the army's got to get crazy, but then what does that really accomplish in the end, except calms it down for a little while?
Well, look at what happened in Iran when they had their little... It wasn't like this, but they had a flare-up.
And they bailed on the whole thing, right?
And, they started... but they're a lot more heavy-handed.
Right.
And the military would never go against Ahmadinejad.
Right.
So... but the way they handled it was kind of a little heavier-handed, and they cut people's communications off. Like, if you can't communicate with each other as to when you're meeting, what you're doing, it does whittle down on the numbers. They said the numbers were dropping. So if the numbers continue to drop, he'll stay in. If they could keep up this looting, revolutions, fires, attacking government buildings, then he's going to have to leave within, I'd say, the week.
I just saw, it looks like it was live footage, and it looked like there was a lot of fucking people out there.
Still some pandemonium going on?
And they got the internet back up, so.
They did.
I don't know why they would do that. What do you think the reasoning is?
Maybe they think it's a good way to get their side out to the people.
Or maybe the company's like, fuck you, man, we're losing money.
Yeah, hey.
Nah, maybe whoever killed it is sympathetic to the cause. Like the army hasn't done anything.
That could be, too.
It's hard when you're right there and 100,000 people are screaming to not just scream with them because you don't want to get your fucking head ripped off.
Right, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think that's it. I think we fucking did the Egypt thing, kind of.
But it's spreading out, too, and it's given more publicity to Tunisia, Algeria.
Now, did Tunisia overthrow the government? I don't even know the situation there.
They had their little riot,
Egypt is based on Tunisia.
They got a guy thrown out.
They did?
Yeah. And then there's...
and they had a guy come right in?
What else is going on?
There's rumblings in Yemen and Jordan and
Jordan,
where else?
Right, Jordan, because that's been another one where the same family has just been running things.
The mob family.
Too long.
I loved how they explained it that way. That was pretty good.
Mobsters, mob
family.
We're taking over. See.
What do you think? What do you think Mubarak's doing right now? What is he doing? You think he's had a good night's sleep? He's 82 years old. He needs his sleep.
He's probably sitting back and just like reading, having his people bring him positive feedback and stuff.
Oh, you think it's that bad over there?
Fucking haters.
That would be.
I don't like the haters.
That would be North Korea.
Yeah, you think
there's a far cry from North Korea.
But he's just sitting in his palace, and it's like, no, we're getting this very good. A lot of people saying, you stand by, we love you. And then meanwhile, everybody is just, don't hate.
You think he got? You think he got sad when they like ripped down his poster?
Oh, I think they did. They ripped down my poster. Oh, fuck you! You are blocked. I block you. I block you. Oh, look at this one, Hosni. You are great. I love you. Not. Oh, block you.
You think he's blocked a couple million on Twitter?
He's blocking so many people on Twitter. Unfriending people on his Facebook.
Right.
They're putting bad things on his wall. Well, whatever. I think if
what does that say?
Up,
of course, I'm worried. What does that say on CNN?
Blair on Egypt crisis and Mideast peace.
Oh, Blair?
What are they still talking to him for?
Exactly. The fucking facts of life ended years ago. Who cares what she says? Of course, I know my cousin licks pussy.
Tony Blair. He looks more distinguished than he did when he was in.
Yeah, he looks younger, right?
Yeah.
Something happens when you leave office. You gain a few years back.
Yeah.
Right? Just a few years
somehow.
Back. You go backwards a little bit. Yeah. All right, so we're only going to get 1 to 3 inches.
No, they say 1 to 3. But they love saying we're looking at 6 inches in our area because their area covers the north and west.
They're calling that part 1 of the snow event.
Oh,
Here's
part 1.
Part 2.
And then we have a low building off the Virginia coast, which could work its way, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. The Mexicans come, they shovel my driveway.
It's all good.
That's all I care about.
All right.
I love it. I pay them.
Should we take our first break?
I give them some chips, salsa.
That's all they need.
That's all they need.
Yes.
Keep shoveling. Chip, what?
Why don't we break?
What's that? Yes, of course. I see grub.
Yeah, we got grub. We have Poundstone Power. The
what
power
the
lifter.
hell is this?
He bends things. He rips things. He's very strong.
He bends things and rips things. He's
Yes.
very strong.
He's like Kenny, but on purpose.
If he does the frying pan thing, I'm gonna fucking puke.
Why?
What,
hard to do?
rolling up the frying pan?
Yeah, because it's
That's kind of hard, though.
It's hard, but it's not.
Yeah.
We should have brought in. I'll bring in a frying pan to see if you could actually fucking.
Well,
bend
they
it.
do an aluminum one.
Yeah, not
they do the aluminum
not
one.
not the fucking light.
But it's still hard, and they use their leg.
Of course, it's still hard.
They bash down.
But it makes it. But then you know, sitting at home, go, wow, man, fuck, holy shit, he just like fucking rolled up a frying pan like the one I got under my stove.
Oh, you
Holy
want to
shit.
do it like one of those cast iron ones you cook
then-
breakfast in?
then I'll be
An
impressed.
entire family's breakfast. Sausages.
Sam, what's Poundstone Power, the power lifter?
Poundstone Power.
He's the real deal. And I just read that he's going to be in the polar plunge during the Special Olympics this swim in the ocean, even though it's cold.
There's a polar plunge in the Special Olympics?
But get this.
Oh, you'd have to be a retard to go in the water. Is that cold?
It's very cold, yes.
Yes, it is.
Before,
That's a good one.
before jumping in the ocean, he's going to pull a fire engine across a hotel parking lot.
Does this guy think it's like Wide World of Sports 1975?
The fuck, dude.
Got the internet now. I'm
Exactly.
amazed by shit I see on YouTube. I don't need fucking guys doing carny acts.
Speaking of which, HBO has a whole show on Jim McKay and his career.
Jim McKay?
Fucking worth
like,
checking out if you're
that's
old
probably
school
cool to
sports
watch,
guy.
yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. What else is this dope gonna do?
He can break a baseball bat.
Over your head, I hope. That would be interesting.
Really?
He could break a baseball bat. Don't
right.
baseball players do that many times a season? And then I was a broken bat and easily picked up to end the inning.
Only very strong baseball
okay.
players can do
He
that.
could do that.
How did he break it?
With his hands. He just snaps them.
He snaps it?
Yeah, because he's so strong.
Why isn't this guy, like, using his powers to help? Like,
He is.
strong people we could use. Like, he should be on call to lift cars off of people.
He's a cop.
What?
That's
I'm
right.
a cop, you idiot.
Why did we book this guy?
Because he can bend things and break things, and he said he wanted to lift E-Rock up.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Wow, okay.
Now, fuck the pot and pan. Fuck the newspaper or the phone book ripping. He wants to lift E-Rock?
He said he could lift E-Rock.
All right. Oh, damn.
So what is he gonna do?
Lift up E-Rock, and then
we
you could
booked
ask...
a guy to lift E-Rock today.
Well, listen to this.
How about lifting him up mentally? That's what he needs.
Could we book God?
Hold on.
Our guest today is the very obese and clumsy Eric Nagel. Eric, please tell the audience what you did wrong now.
Clumsy.
You know now. Whenever there's anything wrong with this channel or the show, they fucking use that Nagel.
Oh,
word
my
now.
God. It's been the replay was nagled.
Right.
It went back to last week.
Right. Oh, it's
What
fucking
happened there? Because
hilarious.
I heard that.
Eric
something
doesn't like
happened.
that, by the way.
Eric doesn't like...
Was it nagled, though?
It
It was nagled.
Are you
It
sure it
was
wasn't?
Danny's saying yes, it was
It
nagled.
might have been Rost.
Well, it was nagled. It was nagled by me.
Oh, Ross nagled it.
See, Ross nagled it. Yeah.
What'd you do?
It still fucks with.
Well, you know how
E-Rock.
sometimes you think it's Thursday when it's Wednesday?
Yeah, sure. It happens at Carvel all the time. I was so sick this
Wednesday
weekend.
is Sunday.
I was nagling and vomiting at the same time. I'm sorry, Eric. I don't mean that. It's just fun to say.
It is fun.
He doesn't like it when you guys use his name like that, and he doesn't even understand how it started. I don't
His
either.
surname.
I think he
I'm
loves
sure
it.
you don't know how it started, Sam.
No.
I think he loves it. So, what else is this power lifter gonna do?
Well,
Yeah.
wait till you hear this. Every day, he makes a shake with 2 pounds of unseasoned chicken and 40 ounces of water because it's good for protein.
And he drinks it?
And he drinks that.
Sounds disgusting.
Dude, he's gonna have fucking diverticulitis. He probably doesn't eat any vegetables. I'm gonna scold him for not eating his veggies.
Diverticulitis.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's when you get like little pockets.
And he sent me
Ferments.
Fluid.
he sent rundowns on how he could help everybody on the show's nutrition because I guess him or the guy he works with is a big fan of the show.
Oh, really?
He said that your man boobs he could get rid of. He said he could
Who's
help.
that? You better specify because now everybody's going.
Yeah, really.
Jim's got
I'm
man
about to point-
You pointed at Jim.
Oh,
Oh,
Jim.
Jimmy
Jim.
said
I've been
he could
eating much better.
You tell that to Poundstone Power.
I've
the
lost a
power
little bit of
lifter.
weight.
I think you look great, but tell that to Poundstone. He said, Anthony, that he could help you
No
make
one can help me.
your alcohol more of something that a power lifter would drink, more bodybuilding.
Oh, really? Like throw
really?
some
yeah.
Some
nutrition
chicken
in there?
Maybe
Can I
some
throw
of that-
some chicken in my wine and mix it up and drink it? That sounds great.
Opie, he brought up that you maybe start rollerblading to work again.
I haven't rollerbladed in a few years now.
Although he did said you're probably getting enough exercise ripping up those Islanders tickets. Little show
God.
reference.
Oh, show reference.
What an asshole.
Opie's
right.
a dad. He can't risk his fucking life on the streets on rollerblades anymore.
I miss
Jesus
those
Christ.
days. Holding on to the trucks.
Yep.
That was fun.
Yeah, he's skitching
I used
like
to-
McFly.
When Jimmy used to live down in, I forget,
43rd Street.
43rd Street, I was up in the 70s. I'm like, you know what? The easiest way to get to Jimmy is right down 8th Avenue on my rollerblades. Not 8th, 9th Avenue. It would be 9th Avenue to be local for everyone. And I would just fucking do 9th Avenue on my rollerblades and go see Jimmy for a little while.
I've never rollerbladed in my life.
No.
I'm scared of hurting
Looks
myself.
dangerous.
It's kind of stupid.
I have a canker sore
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
in my
You
mouth.
sure it's a canker sore?
Yeah.
You should just say you got
Herp.
a blister.
Got the herp in
So
your
you just
mouth.
say canker or...
Nah, it would hurt more if it was
You got a
hurting.
shanker sore. I get it? Because that's from VD.
Oh, is it?
A shanker.
If it
But
was
they're
a
on your
herpes
dick.
sore in the mouth, I think it would hurt more than this one does. This one's just annoying.
You should drink some orange juice.
Dude, I ate fucking 4 organic oranges yesterday. Yay.
Organic fruit sucks.
No,
Did it
these are the best
sting your-
oranges I ever had.
Fuck. That.
Didn't sting
in
your
most,
canker?
Yes, it did. But
In most cases, organic vegetables and fruits suck.
Organic everything
They look
stinks.
sickly in the supermarket.
Yeah.
I want it pumped up
No
with some
taste
shit.
to them.
I love these oranges. Were amazing.
Then
though.
you lucked out, man, because in most cases it just is a very sad display, that organic section.
I sent them into Orange Monthly to try to get them as centerfolds.
Nice.
I took photos of them.
Orange Monthly.
That was a magazine.
Well,
Yes.
that one.
Speaking of food, Sam, you got anything else for us today before we take a break?
Oh!
I have a surprise.
You have a surprise for everybody?
Oh, cool.
Are you ready for it now or when we get back?
I hope it rhymes with muicide.
it doesn't.
Kill himself.
What would your surprise be?
Oh.
Maybe.
Let me guess. Not guess, but let me just get a hint. Is the surprise something that would be considered tasty?
The surprise is very sweet.
Okay. Is the surprise... Very good. The DNA test came back.
No.
And
Yes.
you're now going to make less money.
Yes.
But you can sleep in later.
Yes. And he brought in some collard greens for himself for lunch. Couldn't think of another soul food. Suck.
That's a good one.
No, it's not the DNA test.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does it have something to do with your wonderful mommy?
Yes, it does.
Bobby.
Yes, it does.
Bobby, what did
All
Bobby
right.
do?
All right.
Did she do what she was supposed to do?
It's a surprise.
She did.
to.
Sam wouldn't be here.
Oh,
There'd be a
shit.
curly-headed lump in a dumpster.
Oh, shit.
Behind Planned
All right,
Parenthood.
nice.
That's not nice, but it's funny and true.
Yes.
Feeling so.
Nah, you're a good guy. Although an abortion would have been perfect for you.
You already said
I'm scratchy.
You are scratchy. It's scratchy, Jimmy.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Why don't we eat?
You ready?
I'm already eating.
All right, we'll do it after the break then.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the break.
After the break, the
That way
big
I'll
reveal.
be ready for you know, the big
surprise.
reveal. I'll be ready for the surprise.
The big reveal, and we'll have Bobby on the phone.
Oh, good.
Because I want to make sure she stayed up all night to do this.
I
Because she
know.
doesn't like when her stuff isn't fresh.
She doesn't.
And is there whipped cream to go with any treats that there might be?
Maybe there will be after break.
Oh, they're calling you Jim Klugman. Old half a larynx.
I can't talk, Sam. I was very sick this weekend, but I'm better.
All right, we'll break and we'll have the big reveal from Sam's mom, Bobby, and we'll have Bobby on the phone once again after the break, right?
Yeah, she pretends
Great.
she doesn't like it.